Hello, guys. So many people have been asking since I posted this video on my TikTok of the two boys trying to cross the dangerous bridge in a village in Ghana just to access education to go to school. This is not limited to only these two young boys, but basically all the kids in the village. This is how they cross to go to school. And because of this has become a barrier and has resulted in a lot of the children not going to school, because if you have to trek treacherously to go to school, who will even dream of waking up in the morning to go to school? So people have been asking who were the past members of parliament in these constituencies, and lo and behold, when I dig, I found the about 6 previous members of parliament, and one of them will actually shock you. So sit by and let's listen. So, as I said, for those of you who are asking about the past and previous MPs of Lower West Akim constituency, we're going to take a deep dive into the history of this constituency. And once again, I said you may be shocked by some of the findings. Starting from 1996, the member of parliament in that area was Mr. Ekwamoa Ofosu-Boateng, who was an NDC member during Jerry John president's reign. That time, as we all know, it was such a hard and dark time in Ghana, so a lot were difficult to achieve. But so he remained in power for 4 years, one term. In 2000, Mr. Peter Kwawo became the overthrown this gentleman and became the newest members of parliament, and he was NPP, and this began the long stretch of NPP's dominance in that constituency. So I'm not surprised of what we're seeing, because I mean, for some of us who are from NPP dominance constituencies, we haven't seen anything better. So Mr. Peter Kwawo also took over this place, shifting it to the NPP, and he remained on there for one term. After one term was 2004, that came Mr. James Apietu Ankra. Mr. James Apietu Ankra was a former insurance broker, and he also won and became the member of parliament for NPP. After him became the shocker of the shocker, Miss Gifty Clenham. You all remember Gifty Clenham? Good. Gifty Clenham is the lady who is an NPP who defected to be an NDC. I don't know her tactics, but I think this will really backfire. So she held the seat in this constituency for 8 years, 2 terms. During her last term was when she was appointed as the CEO of Ghana Export and Production Manager. So once she was appointed to this position, you lose your members of parliament position. So you don't lose, but I mean, I think she lost it somehow. But anyway, after 1 year of becoming the CEO of Ghana's export, she was demoted or fired. So when she came back, she couldn't come back to her seat again as a member of parliament. Mr. Eya Cheibafo had become the member of parliament in that constituency at that time, which was 2016. So 2016, this gentleman, Mr. Eya Cheibafo, sat on there. During his time, according to sources and Ghana Web, Modern Ghana, he did quite well by focusing on education, which he said that most of the children in that area were just not thriving at all in education. Their numbers, their results were very near to zero. So he actually dedicated 70% of his common funds to ensure that the children have basic necessities for school. So when the next election came, apparently his nomination from Nana Akufo-Addo was not accepted by his parliamentary or his party's chairman. According to the news on Modern Ghana, it says that because this man is not the one to pay bribe, therefore he was not accepted. So he was overthrown, and a young man whose name is Charles Acheampong became the new member of parliament. Charles Acheampong also came in, did so this photo that you're seeing is when Mr. Ayia was presenting the basic necessity stuff to the school education, the education minister in his area. And you know what I was talking about Cheba for was rejected. His nominee was rejected because he refused to pay bribe. You know, for somebody who, if you give him more, will do more. Ghana don't want it. Ghana wants people whom they can take bribe from. Edidi Prekun. They don't think about Edidida. They don't think about the sustainability, the long-term, improvement of that constituency. They only think of how I can enrich my pocket. So his member of parliament didn't. And this young man was the one who won. So it suggests that this man paid bribe. That's what's suggesting. I'm not saying it. I'm just basing it on what I found. So Charles Acheampong won, and he became the new member of parliament. During his tenure, he did borehole for them, especially for the fire service, to make sure that if there's any fire there, they have water to tap into. And the photos you're seeing is during the commissioning of that thing. So his tenure, this was just last year. So he is the last member of parliament in that constituency before what we're seeing now. So during his term, from what I've seen on YouTube, it seems like the community, the young man who also took this video, said that the community there was a bridge back in the days, but when the river overflowed, it took the bridge away. So it wasn't constructed properly, obviously. No surprise. So the community just put up a makeshift bridge made by bamboos and stuff. Obviously, if even a brick bridge did not withstand the overflow of this river, how can the bamboo do? So the bamboo to the river, overflew, and that was it. It took that away. So luckily, this tree that you're seeing here actually fell, and that was what the kids felt okay to go on it, and that's what we're seeing now. So as you can see, for the past 20 years, NPP has reigned in that area with next to nothing development. This is sad. So today, the person who is the member of parliament is Owen Kwame Frimpong, and we are seeing this is a young man who went to the parliament and spoke in our native dialect because he wanted his people to understand their language. This goes to show that he really truly does have the heart of his people in his mind and in his hand, and hopefully we'll be doing more to develop that area, to at least bring the bare minimum to that constituency, because this is not living. This is indeed not living, So for Gifty Clenham to just defect, because when she came back, she obviously couldn't come back to be the member of parliament there. She came back as an independent, and she didn't win. And when she didn't win, she defected to go to NDC. I mean, this is greed. This is pure greed, and this woman should be ashamed of herself. Anyway, this video saddens a lot of us. A lot of people have been commenting on my TikTok that they've been crying watching this video. This is really sad. This is indeed sad. No single person can watch this video and this video wouldn't touch the person's heart. But we're hoping that with the generous and the good heart of Mahama's second coming, we will be seeing a lot of development and improvement in the rural Ghana, because this is not the only place. This is even the lesser of the struggle that most children goes through to go to school. This is very, very sad. It's all over rural Ghana. This is sad. The rural Ghana has been deprived, even though Ghana goes to IMF to get money for the Ghanaian, for every Ghanaian. The rural areas have been deprived, and it is sad. All based on greed of such people as Gifty Clenham and the rest. Thank you.